Take action. Not hasty if it isn't required, but don't lose much time. Here's the time to act. When the idea is hot and the emotion is strong. That's the time to act. You say, Mr. Rohn, I'd like to have a library like yours. See, if you feel strong about that, what you got to do is get the first book and then get the second book. Before the feeling passes and before the idea gets dim, action pronto, action immediate, action as soon as possible. Because if you don't, here's what happens. We call it the law of diminishing intent. We intend to when the idea strikes us. We intend to when the emotion is high. But now if you don't translate that into action fairly soon, now the intent starts to diminish. And a month from now it's cold. A year from now, can't be found. So act. Set up a discipline when the emotions are high and the idea is strong and clear and powerful. That's the time to set up the discipline.
If you start the search, the odds are excellent you will find good ideas. If you search, you will find. Finding is reserved for those that search. Ideas are not reserved for those that hope. They're not reserved for those that wish. They're not reserved for those who complain. You know, good ideas are reserved for those that search. We've all heard the expression, nothing so powerful as an idea whose time has come. How very true. Nothing so powerful as an idea that comes at the right time. And the chances are excellent if you keep going to as many things as you can get to in terms of information, ideas, seminars, lectures. Because if you go continuously and systematically, some of them will be routine, some of them may be ordinary, and then just once in a while, some may be extraordinary, and you're never the same again. And you'll look back on that experience and say, that was one of the days that turned my life around.
A very wise old lady once told me, if you have your health, you have everything. Lose your health, and there isn't enough money in all the world to make life good or to make you feel like life is worth living. I didn't completely believe her when she attempted to give me the benefit of her long experience. After all, I was just a boy. Like most young people today, I thought that feeling good and having all the parts of my body in good working order was something that came with the territory. Like everything else, it just seemed to happen by itself almost every day of the year. I could take it for granted, and I did. But at the point in life I'm at now, there have been times when I've been sick, and there have been times when I wondered what would happen if I were to lose my health. Would that be a test of character? I certainly think it would. It's a test of character when you get the flu over a weekend and you want to just lie there and complain, but instead you lie there and quietly watch television. Or at least it seems to be a test of character until it's over and you forget about it. But something like that, a minor illness, is really more like a tap on the shoulder than a test of character. You feel the little tap, you look around and nothing is there. Whatever it was is gone already. But sooner or later it will be back, and someday there will be more than a little tap on the shoulder. And someday you'll look around and whatever it is won't be gone yet, not by a long shot. It tests your character a little just to think about that, doesn't it? But I'm not trying to scare anybody, I'm just trying to dramatize a point. You know the kind of life you live when you're a kid. You can eat anything, and you do. Looking back on it now, it all makes sense. You're feeling yourself getting bigger and stronger every day, and that's the only real evidence you've got to go on. So why not just go for it? As you're building your ambition to reach your destination, surely, somewhere in your list you wrote down wealth. I'm sure you didn't write down that you wanted to earn enough to just get by. No, you probably wrote down that you wanted to have a certain amount of money. To some it may be to earn $50,000 a year. To others it may be to earn $500,000 a year. Or $1 million. It doesn't matter. You probably wrote down what you believe that you're capable of earning if you really exercised your potential. What you want to earn the next year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, in your lifetime. And that figure probably would be viewed by the majority as being rich, getting the most from your ambition, being rewarded by your ambition.
So when you begin to look at your past, give an interpretation that empowers you. That's where I used to be. That's not where I am now. I'm growing. Now I want you to think about, in your mind right now, think about some particular event or act in your life that you feel very bad about, that you really regret that took place. If you had to do over again, you would do it differently. With that there, I want you to see yourself in your mind's eye and say to yourself, I love myself unconditionally, and I forgive myself. If I knew better, I would have done better.
Fall forward. This is what I mean. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1,001st was the light bulb. Fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks.
You are heroes who have faced fears and taken risks and forged ahead to conquer one of the most important chapters of your life.
My body doesn't get the best of me. I got to get the best of it. You're in a race, and it's not a 100-yard dash. It's a marathon. You got to run, not till you get tired, but till you die. You got to work, not until somebody comes to take your place, but work till you die. Faithfulness is not starting and stopping. It's being involved in it even when you don't get any credit for it.
See, when you're in that darkness, you want to sit there and wait for the light to come. When you're in that darkness, it feels uncomfortable. The only way out is to step forward, to face your fears, to become your own light.
I run because I can. I work hard because I can. I push my limits because I can. I do it all because I can. I keep going because I can. I better myself because I can. I do it all because I can. I will do everything I can.
Rome wasn't built in a day. We all know that. Everyone hears that. But Rome also didn't fall apart overnight either. It took hundreds of years for Rome to reach its peak, but it also took time, hundreds of years, for Rome to decay and fall apart. And that is representative of life, because you don't achieve worthwhile goals quickly or easily. They take time. They take struggle. They take relentless pursuit day in and day out. That's what it takes. But also, things don't usually fall apart quickly either. At least at first, it's a slow process. A little slip here, a little setback over there, a little wearing down of discipline and will over time. That's the thing. Success and failure are generally slow processes. Either slowly building things up or gradually tearing them down. And that's why I say you've got to pay attention. You have to watch. You have to watch every single second. Because those seconds, they turn into minutes. And minutes turn into hours, and hours turn into days, and days turn into years. And so, that second that just went by, that counted. And so did that second. And so did that one. And in those precious seconds, you were either building or you were decaying. You were either gaining ground or you were losing ground. In that second. And in every second. Every second counts. So, make every second